Hey everybody, welcome back to Be the Brightness. Amanda here. I had a few minutes and I wanted to check in, say hello. I have some exciting news and we're going to do a little quick life story because why not? Why not? So I hope everybody's doing great. Today is Thursday, September something. It's been a very, very hectic week. But we've had beautiful weather and here we are. So, exciting news. Mark your calendar. I just put a post out about this. Mark your calendar. Go over to the new store, register, for our first ever webinar event. So I'm really trying to push, and spread the word here about the community that we're building, continuing to build, and all the ways that I can help folks. So I am leveraging the feature in the new store platform to host a webinar 2 weeks from today. So go check that out. The link is there. It's free. It's totally free. I'm doing this as a freebie. It's going to be focused on like all the introductory stuff, who I am, the value I bring, how you can access all the content that we have, between the podcast here on Facebook, and the daily posts I do to help drive determination, motivation, tenacity, to keep people, striving towards greater things. And then all the products and services that you can tap into directly through the store. So it's going to be just kind of that one-stop shop of introductory, who I am, what we're doing, why this is important, why you should be involved, how I can help, all that kind of stuff to spread the word. So my ask of you, if you see this, spread the word, tell people, share, bring people in. If everybody brings one friend, that would be amazing. Have them follow the page here, follow YouTube. The link tree is here on the Facebook page, and it's on the store. So easy access to get everything that we're doing, right? So that's the exciting news. That's the exciting news. I hope you think it's exciting. I think it's very exciting. So we can all look forward to that. Please. I can only do so much, right? I'm here. I'm putting myself out there, but I need the growing community here. I need you all to push with me, right? So let's have a party in 2 weeks and bring all sorts of new folks in. Space is limited. So you want to make sure that you register, sooner rather than later, right? So that's everything on that. I hope everybody's been doing great. It's been absolutely wild here with back to school. The twins started, 4th grade, last year of elementary school for them. They started Tuesday. So we're a few days into the new school year. Work has been bananas. It's all just been very hectic and crazy. So we're doing it though. We're still making progress, right? I'm making progress towards my personal goals that I have at work, professional goals at work, personal goals here with our space and our group, pushing things along, we're doing it, right? And that's the thing. You make progress every day. So I had an idea the other day and I thought it would be interesting, to do some life stories, to share some life stories, because I have a lot of them and they bring varying emotions. Like I can laugh a lot about these things now, but I think most people are going to be like, oh my God. So I figured I'd hit you with one today and maybe I'll kind of sprinkle these in as we move through the fall. So I've talked a little bit about, and the hard thing is, which one do I want to pick? Which one do I want to start with? I don't know, maybe I'll go for a real doozy. We'll see. So I've talked a bit about, having a very challenging childhood. My childhood was, not great. And did I have it like the worst ever? No, I think there's people that probably have had it way worse than me, but it wasn't good. It was not good. And it wasn't until after my mother passed away, she passed away 8 years ago, that I realized the depth and breadth of her undiagnosed, undealt with, unrecognized, serious mental health issues. So I do know for a fact she was a malignant narcissist. So I did a whole bunch of analysis of behaviors and things that I experienced and a bunch of research. And while I'm not a, clinical psychiatrist or psychologist, I am very, very, very confident that she was that. So I experienced all sorts of crazy things growing up, right? Like held to extreme standards, but yet nothing was good enough. And I was always said I was never good enough and I was a failure, and it's not good, right? Not really conducive to a positive environment, right? So I'll just hit you guys with one of these stories. I have a series, we should call this the Almost series, because I was almost a lot of things, because my mother would have this habit of throwing things at me and saying, you're going to do this. And I would do it because I didn't have a choice, but I would excel, and that would make her mad. So she just kept pelting me with things, right? And on a particular day, I was in college in Boston, and she informed me that I had been registered for the Jeopardy college test. Now, I'm old, right? So I'm older than I look. And back then, you had to take the test on a very certain day at a very certain time. And it was, if you missed it, you missed it. You had to wait like till the next year to be able to test for college Jeopardy or whatever, right? So, I grew up watching Jeopardy with my Nana. It's a fond memory. I still watch Jeopardy with my kids. Like, it's a great kind of wind down from the end of the day. And you learn factoids and, it's great. So, and I had always been academic. I did really well in school, but I had not prepared to take the Jeopardy test. Like, I'm a casual Jeopardy player. I haven't taken the time to actually break down the strategy, to win the game, right? To be on TV, to qualify for the test. None of that stuff. I just enjoy watching it, right? And like testing. It's like a pop quiz. What do I know? What do I not know? So I'm in college, and, she says, all right, you're signed up for the Jeopardy test. And I'm like, okay, here we go again. Because it had been a series of, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you're going to do this for years. So I was just like, whatever, here we go. And so the day came, I took the test, didn't think anything of it, because I was not expecting to pass, right? Like, I hadn't prepared. I was just whatever, right? I was eyeballs deep in college coursework, and I had an on-campus job, and I was taking care of her because she's disabled, right? So it was just like, whatever, just check the box, right? Take the stupid test. So take the test, don't think anything of it, go on with my life. A few days go by, I don't know, maybe a week, and I get an email, I passed the test. Don't ask me how. Don't ask me how. I am not like a super genius. I am smart, did very, very well in school, continue to do well in life. I am very smart. I'm a good critical thinker. I have good analytical skills, very strong math student. But I passed that test, and I don't know how I passed that test, but I did. And then, so I take this information, stupid me. This is where I look back. I'm like, you are so stupid. But I didn't realize at the time that my mother was a narcissist. And I didn't realize at the time that this was all games that she was playing, that I was a means to an end, that I was just a pawn in her game of life, right? So I take this information back to her. I'm like, hey, I passed. And she's like, you did? I'm like, yeah. And she's like, okay, so you're going to be on College Jeopardy? I'm like, no, I have to go to, I think it was the studio in either New York or LA, somewhere in California. That was the instruction. On your own dime, you had to travel to one of their studios and do the next round, like start the in-person gameplay. And you go through rounds and rounds and rounds until you beat all your competition to make it to TV. So I was like, all right, I guess we'll go to New York because we are in Boston. And she just starts laughing, right? She had this like maniacal laugh. And I knew when she laughed like this, that like bad things were going to happen. Insults were going to be thrown my way, like very harsh, stick with you the rest of your life. Like there's some things my mother has said to me, and I'll share some of these other stories, I guess, at some point, but there are some things my mother said to me many, many, many years ago as a child. I can still hear in my head. All right. So pay attention to how you talk to people, but that's a whole thing for another day. We're going to stick to the story. So she does her crazy maniacal laugh, like something out of, I don't know, the Joker or whatever, insert some really disturbing thing. And that was her. And I'm like, what is so funny? You know, you told me I had to take this test. You registered on my behalf. Red flag. And, you know, I took the test as you demanded. I passed. And now what? Are you going to get me a train ticket? Like, I don't think it's all that expensive. And she was just like, no, I'm not getting you a train ticket. We don't have money for that. And I'm just like, right. So why force me to take a test if you knew, had I made it, you weren't going to help me take the next step? And then that only made her more mad. So we kind of went round and round and round. And ultimately she just was laughing at me and was like, yeah, I'm not going to pay for travel. We're poor and they should pay. And I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Right. So that's that. Chapter's closed. Not moving forward in the process. Got emails reminding me, hey, like you need to pick a day. You need to tell us where you're going, when you're going to be there. And no, not going to be there. Not moving forward, whatever. So every time, this was the other thing she did. Every time her friends were around, or anybody, strangers, that would just start talking to her in the store because she attracted attention because she was extremely overweight. She's in an oversized wheelchair. She's a nasty person. Half the time she was not well-dressed or well-kept or showered or, you know, she was a mess. She was a mess of a person on the inside and the outside. So, you know, people noticed that. And every opportunity she got, she would tell people, oh, yeah, my daughter. She tried out for College Jeopardy, but she didn't pass the test. She's such a disappointment. What do I do? What do you do with somebody like that? Right? And she took pride in saying these things. Because it wasn't just the Jeopardy test that she morphed into a narrative that I had failed and, you know, that was not reality, but that was her reality. And that is what she broadcasted with pride. A weird level of proud that she could lie and tell people some false narrative when she set up her kid to fail, right? That's not normal. That's not normal. But that's what I grew up with. So there you have it. That is I was almost on College Jeopardy story. And we have lots of others that we can go through too. So I'm going to leave it there for today. That's kind of a lot. And I'm sure people listening to this are going to go, oh my God. And that's a normal response. My response to just be like, that's not normal, because I grew up under that for decades, right? 2 decades. So you become desensitized and you learn it's not normal, but that's how your life is, right? So, don't be worried about me. I'm fine. I promise you, I have processed all of that trauma and I'm very, very healthy between my ears. As you know, right? We've been doing this. We've been having these talks. I've been teaching you all sorts of tips and tricks and building tools for your tool set to navigate life and all circumstances that come across, and relationships issues and financial issues and issues, just personal issues, right? Finding the ways to turn your life around, finding the ways to achieve the goals, finding the ways to identify goals, right? So you can achieve them. But I want you to know that I've done the work, right? I've done the work. That's how I'm able to be here and to share all of this knowledge and expertise and tools and techniques and all these things with you, is because I had to build them myself. And I didn't have anybody to help me along the way. I had people trying to sabotage me along the way, namely my own mother. So I don't want other people to struggle the way I've struggled, right? If I can help you, that is the best thing ever. That is the absolute best thing ever. So I hope you can feel, through the technology here, that this genuinely means a lot to me, and I genuinely want to help you, and that life can be amazing, right? Remember, I everything that I have, I am 100% self-made, zero help from anybody ever. So, and oftentimes I had people trying to prevent my own success, right? I had other factors coming at me. But I overcame them all, and I'm here and I'm able to share all of this with you. So, I'm truly, truly happy to help folks, because it's hard. Life is hard, and you should have help. You should have genuine cheerleaders in your corner, people that want nothing but the best for you. And even though we're like strangers on the internet or whatever, you have that in me. So really, I'm here for you. You have somebody that is putting out good energy, positive energy, light, out. So I hope you see it, and I hope we can connect. I hope to see you on the webinar. Tell your friends, tell your family. It's just, like I said, it's going to be a big introductory session. So that way everybody knows and understands what we're doing here, how to get all the great information, the podcasts, the products, the services, and really take this all to the next level, right? Because I want to help people. I want to help people. I want people to live good lives, because life is so short. We're here for such a short amount of time. And it should be pleasant, right? Right? So let's do that. And, I'm going to make some lunch, and I'm going to have to get the kids from school soon. So I will see you all soon. If you have any questions or anything, if you're struggling with the store or registering for the webinar, please let me know. Send me an email or message me on Facebook here. Put a comment, like however you want to reach out is fine. And let's make this happen. All right. Let's grow this out and change the world. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.